Let's bring in one of President Biden's top economic advisors, National Economic Council Director Brian Deese. Yesterday, the president named Federal Reserve Vice Chair Lael Brainard as the next director of the NEC as Brian prepares to step down. Brian, is there a book in the works? Can we just do the memoirs right now? Can we just do the five greatest anecdotes that are going to be in the book? Are you willing to do that, or are you going to save it?
I'm going to save all of that for some future and probably indefinite time. I'm going to stay here for the next couple of days and then walk out and see my family and get some sleep. That's all the plan that I've got.
One of the things that have been pointed out is that you orchestrated a lot of what was accomplished over the past 2 years as the president's chief sort of policy, I guess, architect. They're not all. It's not all finished yet, though. It's done. The money's allotted, but you know, the infrastructure, the chips, the IRA, all of it's still got to be done. Do you think it's okay for you to leave before you've really accomplished everything? You think somebody else, you can pass the baton and it'll be done effectively? And any regrets maybe that you're not going to be there to see it all through?
Well, it'd be sad not to see it through. It's the right time for me to pass the baton for my own personal reasons and my family. But I've got, number one, a lot of confidence in Lael and this entire economic team to focus on those implementation priorities. And number two, as you say, if we step back, we really have gotten to an important milestone. We now have enacted in law. We don't need additional support from Congress. This cross-cutting investment agenda across clean energy, infrastructure, innovation, and semiconductors. And for the first time in a long time in the United States, we can see the potential productivity benefits of this kind of multi-year investment in places where we know there will be drivers of productivity, like infrastructure investment, like R&D and innovation. So you're absolutely right. The work ahead needs to be focused on implementing effectively, implementing fast, moving these investments at speed and scale. And so I will be sad to pass the baton, but I'm absolutely confident that this team and this process is going to be oriented toward focusing on those goals.
Yeah, with the Republican House, people have pointed out it's a completely different job. There probably won't be any new proposals or legislation that gets through, at least in the rest of this president's term. Maybe he runs again and gets another term. But the next 2 years are going to be very different than the past two.
Well, certainly it'll be different, but I will say there's every reason why you could see more opportunity on the legislative agenda. There will be some questions about whether and where and in what context Republicans can work with the president, but there's lots of areas that would be win-win opportunities for our economy right now, whether it would be increasing housing supply and lowering housing costs, which both Democrats and Republicans have supported for some time, increasing competition and entrepreneurship, trying to address some of the anti-competitive dynamics in certain sectors of the economy. A lot of bipartisan support on that. You heard in the President's State of the Union, he identified a number of these places where we can make progress, practically speaking. You're right. It's going to be a complicated legislative environment. We're going to have to see where and in what context Republicans have appetite to move on these types of initiatives. But certainly, I would hope that we could see some progress even as we are in a new era of divided government.
One of the things I was sort of alluding to in the memoirs, we kind of like to hear about what really went on with getting Senator Manchin's vote, and you're credited with bringing him into the yay crowd on that, and then the permitting that he insisted on, kind of the rug got pulled out from under him. But you did salvage what looked like it wasn't even going to happen with it would have been much larger following the CHIPS Act and the infrastructure bill. Didn't look like there was going to be another really big bill, and by getting Manchin, that did happen. Is it unfortunate, you think, that permitting didn't go through? That was his biggest, I guess that was the biggest give that he got to go ahead with it.
It is unfortunate. It's unfortunate that Congress didn't move forward, and certainly the president and myself, I would say it needs to continue to be a priority. Just because the Congress wasn't able to get this done at the end of last year, we are going to need more comprehensive permitting reform if we're going to move at the scale and speed that we need to build out the clean energy economy and to maintain energy security as we do so. And so I think and I hope that will continue to be a priority. I'm confident it will continue to be a priority for the president, and there is still opportunity to work on that front. And I think what you'll see is this administration, as part of that effort to implement effectively, using the existing tools that we have anywhere we can to try to rationalize the process, cut out time, make sure that we are doing things as effectively and efficiently as we can from the federal government side. A lot of this is about unlocking new investment in things like transmission lines all across the country that we need to facilitate more zero-carbon electrons moving from point A to point B. So I hope it will continue to be a priority. I expect it certainly will be for the president, and I think that there is a pathway to keep moving this on the Hill.